I'd rather be a lover than a fighter. All my life I've been fighting. Mm. I'm so used to sharing. Loving only left me alone. And I sit there sighing. I got peace in your eyes. Can't show me there's no point in trying. My one. You guys, I don't know how I'll put this thing again. Let's turn it. Oh, Jesus. I didn't go out to run today. I was tired. I, yeah, I was basically, yeah. And I had some work that was unfinished from yesterday. So I got up early to finish the work. This is what I would say, man. I ain't go crazy me last. Now ain't go crazy me, oh. Now I understand why there is postpartum depression. Mm, no, I'm a person of grace. Johnny, I'm giving you one more of grace, okay? You don't know how to behave, then I'll put you in timeout. You don't know how to behave. Are you crazy? Like, don't ever approach somebody and ask them why you sad. I have a lot of insults to give to you, but then I'm a decent person. Yeah, I have to tell myself, I have to remind myself that I'm a decent person. So fuck off. Yes, Micah, it shows. It shows from your speech that you are a learned person. Okay, it seems you do not assume. It seems, and that's what I'm telling this Johnny. He should learn from you. It seems that you are fatigued. You did not assume. You did not say that I am. So that's very good of you, okay, Micah? That is the right way. That is the right way to approach somebody, okay? That's the right way. And yeah, I am actually fatigued. Fatigued because I don't know what happened in my teeth then. Because I'm thinking I should put this person in timeout, okay? You guys, I'm not up for negativity this morning. I am not. I do not have the energy, neither do I have the vibes for it. So we're putting others people in timeout. Okay? Yeah, so I am. Okay. I am. Once I use somebody as a scapegoat, the rest of the orders fall in order. So he is the one. So that's what happened. I am a new mother. No. Yeah, I am a Nigerian. And Micah, I am not a student. I'm done with school. Do I eat oranges? Yes. But oranges, they're not my best. They're not my best fruits. Do I even have like a best fruit? Best fruits, best fruits, best fruits. I'm good. Raha, I'm good. Come on. So I eat oranges, but I don't have like a best fruit. Probably my best fruits would be like mango. Yeah, even though it's common. Yeah, my best fruit should be like mango. And I okay from Turkey, Istanbul. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, like I was saying, I understand why some people go through, women go through, um, Michael, if you come to Nigeria and you come to my house, I'll have no other choice but to have your time. That's the thing. Really? Mangoes are like the cheapest over here. Seriously. I like apples, but apples are very expensive, and to even find good quality apples is a whole is a whole is a whole sport. Do you understand? So I think the things that are not produced over here, they 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 import like the least quality. I don't know what the quality checks, the people who are in charge of ensuring quality over there. I don't know what they do, but they let them bring. I don't know what, like, I don't know what's happening over there. I really have no idea, but I assure you, is the least quality that is brought over here. This quality good in the eye, but might not be safe for consumers. Do you understand? Yeah, I read food science and technology, so there is a difference in that. Good quality, maybe just in appearance. Are you married? Micah, no, I am not married. Or I have children. I have children. That's what I'm talking about. Understanding the reason why women go through postpartum depression because I woke up by 5 a.m. yesterday. I went out to run. I felt good, but I couldn't do that today because I had other chores to do, some other duties to complete this morning that I couldn't finish yesterday night. So as I finished the duties, I'm very I'm feeling very yes, I'm single. All of you will give me gifts on Valentine's Day because I'm a single Pringle. Why are you sorry? Why are you sorry to ask? Shalud, don't be sorry. Just ask politely. That's all that you need to do. And if somebody wants to give or to answer you, they will. But there is actually no need to be sorry asking somebody if you're polite and genuinely interested in knowing where they're from. Do you understand? So I am from Nigeria. My name is Mfa. Para. So that being said, all of you, since all my viewers is mama, 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 all of you going to buy me Valentine's gift. So now let me tell you, don't come and be saying something nasty because I'll put you in time out like a kid. Okay. So um what do you want for Valentine's Day? I've never gotten a Valentine's Day gift. So I don't know the kind the kind of gift. Can I say an island? Is that in the category of gifts that people get for Valentine? Ah, or like a house on like 20 acres of land with a picket fence and like 15 horses. Is that on the list of the things that? All right, I understand you then. I understand you. Salute. It's okay. Appreciate that. Michael, can I be the first to pay a visit to Nigeria or you to be the first to pay a visit to Kenya? I'm going to buy you something. Oh, Ron, that's sweet. How are you? No, please do it. I will behave. What are you talking about? Do you want to hook up? This dog, you better act like a human being because you are in the presence of humans. Okay? Else, I'll send you out. Hey, Walker, you're so beautiful. Thank you. This plant-based black man, you are so pathetic. Like, he's so funny. Whoa, he's so funny, he's stupid. Are you looking for a miracle? I'm looking for a miracle every day, and I get one every day actually. But in the meantime, yeah. And her, oh my God, your comments. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no? No. Singapore is a tropical island. The small dots in the globe. I will take it. Shallow, I will take it. If you give me, even if it's that one, I will take it. Okay? I could change your life. Change yours, first of all. You dog. I don't want your money. Russian, I love you too. You're African, of course. I am. I am Nigerian. Nigeria, is it hot there? And what time is it now, madam? Okay, now, Shalud, you just addressed me by my favorite title. Okay, madam, that's my favorite title. And yes, it's very hot over here. Like yesterday, we were almost frying over here. We were almost frying. It's so hot. The time here is 8 a.m. ish, thereabout. Jesus loves you too, Indigo. Um, bake Ron, thank you. Can we be together? Like go together. Like we go together like an item. What are you saying? Yeah, so that's it. I have so you guys give me the list of things that those of you that have received Valentine's gift before, give me a list of things that people usually receive on Valentine's Day because me I have no idea. That's why I'm thinking about like an island, um, a house on 20 acres of land with yeah, with a ranch in it, 20 horses and a picket fence and trees. That's it. Just that. Yes. You guys, I'm coming. Ah, auntie, auntie, my son, me campaña, no tenía full de tanto. Te cuarto, te mama vana tu, Ooh. That was, how old are you? I'm like 3.5 decades. 3.5 decades. 33 degrees Celsius, tropical near the equator. That's hot. 33 degrees is hot. But like kind of not as hot as Nigeria. It's not as hot as here. 33 degrees is not as hot as here. Ah, Indigo, Jesus loves you too. I think I know. Yeah, so that's why on the upside, like it's really hot over here, and if there is no light, we almost cannot sleep unless you're really really like in the afternoons you can't sleep. Your whole body will be wet. Yesterday, I went to pick my baby from school. She is in the kindergarten, and they have like a bed in the class, and the class is like crowded. When she slept, when I went to pick her, and then I don't know what happened. Their lights went off. There was no additional ventilation apart from the windows, which were pretty much closed. I was wondering, should I stop her from going to school this period until the rain returns? Ron, there's something wrong with you. Fix it. Yeah, she was sweating, as I'm telling you. All her uniform was wet and she was sleeping. So, yeah, what was saying really? I just pitied them. I was thinking, should I stop her from going to school until the rain comes back and the weather is um a little bit better? But I'm like, ugh, if I stop her from going to school, then I'll have the responsibility of looking after her from morning till night. They still they still don't stay that long. They still don't stay that long in the school, but like all my plans now, I get towards 12:30 a.m. so that I'll go and pick her. Then when I pick her, she's very selective. You know all these kids that yeah. Do you know my belief? I actually believe that Nigeria could be one of the best countries in the world. But I don't know. There's so much that is happening in the world that I don't even know where to focus. Like seriously, we are. If you look at the grand scheme of things, we are the most confused generation. Individually, somebody will be somewhere thinking, "Oh, I'm wise and I'm doing stuff," but collectively, we are just so stupid. We are just so we have let like the bad part consumers. If you're a Christian, you understand why. Like we are living in that era of time in the Bible where God would decide and wipe out a whole generation because they're disgusting. Do you get me? Like that's the era that we are living in. But we're no longer in those days. The time of grace, now we are in the time of grace, so God cannot come with flood or fire to consume us all at once and destroy us. So yeah, we have to face it. We have to face the consequences of what we have made together. And it's just the attitude of one another. And why is a collective effort is because now you are busy thinking, oh, you're a good person, you know what's going on, but you're turning away your eye to the evil that your neighbor is doing. Would you date a bad man? What does a man need here for? Just have money and good attitude. Good attitude and good money. Like, if you have good attitude, you're kind, and let me not say just don't have money, like be financially secure because somebody that might have money might feel insecure financially, and another person that might not have up to the amount of that person might feel financially secure. So if you have, because a man's financial security is what will give him confidence, and I will not have to deal with a lot of things if he's financially secure. Do you understand? It's for him. It's for him mostly. Mm. What's television weather? What happened to television weather? Um, my parents to Nigeria. Remember, lots of Nigerian moved to other country to work. Exactly. They have Nigerians. They have inferiority. No, it's not. It's not. It's something other than inferiority complex. They have this attitude where they don't know how to do things right in their country, but they are the most law-abiding people when they find themselves in other countries. So I'm asking, like, what is that complex? They don't know how to stay and better their own thing, but when they go elsewhere, they put in the sweat. They're the guys that put in the sweat to make sure stuff is working. Insecurity and all that stuff is there are the things that I'm saying. Insecurity is all over the world. Like that's what I'm saying. We all over the world, the whole generation, this whole generation on the surface of the earth, honestly. Oh, this is Black History Month. Thank you. I had no idea. Yeah. So that's it. But I strongly feel like Nigeria could be one of the best countries. Okay. How are you doing? My name is Joey. Your name is Joseph. Joseph. Okay, as you prefer to be called, Joey. There's a lot of Muslim in Nigeria. Yeah, there is. Before it was kind of like a 60 40 60 40, like 60% Christians and 40% Muslim. But now it kind of it's almost like a 50-50. I don't know why I feel so, but that's how don't you I'm feeling I'm feeling secondhand embarrassment when I like when people make this kind of comments on somebody's page. I feel secondhand embarrassment for them. Like even if you're using a burner account, does it not chip away your person when you go low? Seriously. And some people they consistently, perpetually, I don't have a dollar. I don't. They consistently and perpetually stay in doing these kind of things. Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, disgusting. Um, I don't know. It's more embarrassing to them. I feel secondhand embarrassment for them and their mothers. Like, why? Who raised you? Did you have a father? On 3311. Nice of you. 3311. Thank you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, everyone that is being supportive. Salute. And yeah, those that can't get the names anymore. I appreciate. And if you're just joining for the first time, you're welcome. My name is Mfand. I'm from Nigeria. And Ron, will you receive sense in the mighty name of Jesus? Are you drinking water? I look like I'm drinking water. Like my eyes still look like I want to sleep. My face looks swollen. I don't understand. But I tried to sleep. I can't do it. to survive, to conquer. Run. If you don't stop with this, I'm going to put you in timeout like a kid. Oh, you try to drink 4 liters a day. I have a problem with drinking water. Immediately I drink water, like I stay going to the restroom. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like the activity. It's a whole sport. I don't like it. It distracts me from the work that I have to do, and it's very inconveniencing. They call it the convenience, but it's very inconveniencing. As for saying, just want to have some friends out of Singapore and know about their country and culture. Okay, Shalud. Yeah, do you know that I was just thinking this morning, like, what if I can just, if I walk to a park and I see somebody that is sitting, I can just sit with the person, have a good conversation without them thinking, oh, she needs something from me. And then after we talk, I can stand up, appreciate your knowledge, and stand up and go away without wanting your number or you wanting my number or wanting to ever meet me again, bro. Like, and the reason why it all turns out to inconvenience at least one party, which I mean, yeah, after the good conversation, one party might not be willing to meet again or give their contact exactly is, but the other might be wanting to have the contact of the person is because we don't have that. People barely talk these days. Like you are somewhere in a good environment and maybe just two of you, maybe just three of you, and everybody is just to themselves. Instead, when the all of you can actually like talk together and enjoy the moment. Yeah, salute, that's it. Exactly. Online account. Ah, can you just imagine this? So I'm like, there was a day that I was coming back from the gym and I was walking, and this brother decided to offer me a lift. You guys, I didn't even hesitate. Like when he asked me to hop on, I didn't even hesitate because I needed that lift. And when I got, it was a bike. When I got on the bike, we spoke. We talked about school. I told him my experience about his school. When I dropped from the bike, I was just praying that he wouldn't ask for my number. I was just praying that he wouldn't ask for my number. Let's just let me just, have a good conversation. And you guys, when I dropped from the bike, he did not ask for my number. I told him thank you and he went away. And that has been so refreshing. Honestly, like it gives me hope that okay, okay, okay. Like it doesn't have to always end in, an obligation. No, especially for those of us that don't have like actual friends. Is it far from your gym to your home? It wasn't very far. Are you from the Techwood homes in Atlanta? No, I'm actually in Nigeria. I'm actually a Nigerian as well. My house is not actually from the gym, far from the gym. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He is. He is. I'm from Nigeria. Chidima. Peace. I'm from Nigeria. The thing is, my house is not far from the gym, so I took a bike to the gym. But I intentionally did not carry the money that I will bike back home. Do you understand? So when I was coming back, it was late in the night, but I had to work. Yeah, Chidima. I know that you are Igbo as well from your name. Yeah, so I intentionally did not um carry money so that I'll buy. But after when I went to the gym, I walked, and when I was coming back, I was tired. I was like, "Oh, thank you so much, Idima. Appreciate." And then I was like, "Oh God, if I could." Do you know that anytime that I say in my mind, if I could get a lift, I actually get one all the times. I actually get one all the times. So I got one on this day too, and he was a good person. Oh, Vinny. Yeah, actually, my TikTok and my Instagram they're in my bio. But I got angry the other day, and I said like on these grounds because I feel like okay, people over here, I appreciate you guys. I really do, and that's why like if I'm going live or even if I'm creating content and the people who genuinely support and will like want to reach out, like it doesn't have to they just it doesn't have to be like an ulterior motive to you talking to someone or acting like you care. Do you understand? Do you know that you can actually, I guess some people just want to be corny and they want to make things happen a, from the seat. What do you mean, Shalud? It's always good to walk back from gym as the warming down system. I get it. That's why I made it a point to walk back. Most days I walk back, but that day it was late in the night, and usually I go to gym in the morning. But that day I was feeling like my brain was going to explode, so I needed an outlet. That was why I went in the evening instead. That's nice. You can email me. Did I just say that? Well, that's the thing. When I feel like somebody's energy is good, I'm willing to talk to the person. But like I don't like it when somebody trying to be deceitful. Do you know that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, even if you're a bad person? There's still people who will want to go with you. So I don't understand why people decide to go to the deceitful side. I don't understand. Do you just is it fulfilling to be evil? Well, so what was I saying about the gym? Hey, there's this evil brother. Oh, sorry, I mentioned this place. Chidima, I'm sorry. So he asked me that as a woman, exactly, exactly. Like all these guys that are streaming, you will never see women come to their live stream and disrespect them, like leave disrespectful comments in their in their chat. But when it's a woman, you see them calling their fellow man boss, 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 boss. But when it's a woman now, they will just misbehave. But it's all good. Is our cross to carry. God said it that He is going to multiply the woman's struggle. And He has really multiplied it in every way. You see this like Jesus. Well, that's it. God said it. And sometimes even when my brain is about to, I tell myself, no, you already know this is gonna happen. Do you know one day there are actually when they're talking about Epstein's files, I used to find it difficult to believe in all these things. I'm like, how can a grown-ass man like that? How can what are you saying? Prague. How can a grown man act like that? And let me tell you guys, this is my experience with a grown man. This man was like around 50 years old, and I was around 18. I was 18. He should. No, he was more than 50. He was around 60, and I was around 18. I remember I just graduated secondary school and I was looking for admission into the university. So I went to the universities. I was pursuing my admission in the federal university, and then the whole. I don't like stress. I don't like stress. Mm-mm. I don't like stress at all. Yeah, in Nigerian man. So when as I was pursuing my admission in the federal university, I went there and I noticed that the stress in the federal university was so much. Like the queues, you have to form queues. Like you spend your whole day in a queue just to do one thing. I'm like, I do not like that. So when my dad told me that okay, he could actually sponsor me in a private university, I was like, why not? I like it. People do not like the private university because it was very much regimented and discipline was high. I don't have any problem with discipline. I'm a person. I feel when I go to a place and there are rules, I feel like those rules are not made for me. I'm not bothered by rules. Do you understand? I know how to work with what I'm supposed to work with. So I'm not bothered by rules. And why other people used to resist going to this particular university because the discipline was too high. I was happy because it made my life easy. No queues, just pampering here and there. So yeah. I got so he asked me to go there and buy my admission form. He did not go with me. He asked me to go and buy the admission form by myself. You guys. I said this man is if he's not above 60, he should be close to 60. I got to his office. I told him, I'm here to buy an admission form and this is it and this is it. He said, there's no admissions were closed. He was the admission officer as at the time. Academic officer as at the time. Abi admissions, something like that. He told me that admissions were closed and I was sad, disappointed. But I'm a person that quickly, I will not sulk on such disappointment. So I was like, okay. I got up to go, and do you know the stupid question this man asked me? Even at that young age, I knew it was stupid. He asked me, are you a virgin? Like, no, no. Like, I mean, like, just just tell me. Like, Jesus, man, how does that question, like, I was so astounded, but I really could not disrespect him at that point because I was still being hopeful that maybe my dad could pull some strings and I would get that admission because my dad actually had an upper hand in the university since it was the church university and my dad was a minister in the university. So in the church. So I thought, okay. So I was not going to disrespect him right on already. So I looked at him and I'm so proud of myself for the response that I gave. I just said, thank you for being so kind. So have a nice day, sir. And I left. A few weeks later they opened admissions again. My dad did not have to pull any strings. They opened admissions and I came to the university, and this man will be trying to act like father figure to me because like the population was not. Thank you. The population was not much, so you would be able to recognize people you've met and have some profound interactions with. I was like, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? And that's how and when all these things came up, all these Ibsen's fight, I was like, how can one man do all these things? But that's how they do it. That's how they start it. I am like, what the hell? It's disgusting. Honestly, other kind of people they disgust me, like literally. After that experience, my God, I say I was just 18. I mean, officially 18 will be considered, but come on. 18-year-olds over here they are not like 18-year-olds elsewhere, honestly. They're not like 18-year-olds elsewhere. In fact, the other day, my 15-year-old wrote a love letter to a girl in our former neighborhood, and I don't even know what to do. I didn't even know how to handle it. Like I barely even knew what I wanted in life at that point in time. Do you understand? So why? Why? Man, right. Then I got into the university. That's when I saw the real Shaggy Banza. Like, I didn't even look like a baddie around those ages, honestly. So I can't even understand. In fact, at some point my friends started calling me Ma Magnet. Like out of fun, I would share these experiences with her and we would laugh about it. But it's like I used to look so innocent. So I think they thought I didn't know how to they thought I would be an easy target rather. Do you understand? I used to look very innocent. In fact, my face still has those looks even after so much um this thing. My face still has that. Sometimes I use it to get out of a situation. What's that? Did I say something like that? I've forgotten. Did I eat a peanut? No, no. So I don't understand. Like, okay, she's coming. Say man magnet because of how the whole um thing was going. Because I would just have all these experiences and she would laugh at me. She on the other hand was a baddie. But she knows to have all this. So I kind of feel now that I'm grown, I've realized they thought I was an easy target. Yeah. They thought I was an easy target. They thought I was the one that could be easily manipulated. And I thank God when somebody wants to manipulate me, when somebody comes to me, I don't act all wise. I'm asking dumb questions. So you might think, so you losing your guard. You understand? You let it down. Some people think, oh, she has no idea. So they actually tell me that I'm about to. I said when someone comes to me to deceive me back then, now you can't even approach. You can't even approach now to deceive me. I used to I know used to ask like wise questions, questions that will make somebody to rake their brain and try to use the topmost part of their brain. No, I used to I used to act like all the important things did not matter, so that you actually use the lower part of your brain, and it will be easy for me because I had a lot to do. I had my books then, so it was a way of coping. I had a lot of ways to get around when I actually knew that, oh my God, I am like in a den. So I remember two of my lecturers, they there is one that told me that it doesn't matter how much I do, how much of a brilliant person that I am, he will still make sure that I fail if he wants to. I'm not the most like I won't hide myself on intelligence, but whatever the cutoff mark is, I try to make sure I get it. That's just me. Like let me give you an instance. I never got even a C in mathematics while I was in secondary school because I felt like it didn't matter. So when I got into the university, then I learned that um, your cumulative CGPA will be affected if you fail one course. Not like not like secondary school. Yeah, it will affect your average in secondary school, but then like once you're done with that class, it had nothing to do with you anymore. So I didn't bother about passing my mathematics. But when I got to the university and I found out that it will have an eternal effect on my CGPA, all of a sudden I could score a B in mathematics. And this was not cheating, like it was a school that you couldn't cheat. You you couldn't get much from cheating. You get. So even my secondary school, there was no cheating there. You couldn't get much from cheating. So yeah, that's how I try. Sometimes I fail, but I'm not even average. So yeah, I learned that when I got to the university, funny enough. So yeah, this man told me that it doesn't matter how much of an intelligent child I am, he would still make me feel in this university if he wanted. And if I try to disrespect him or I try to, because of his request towards me. And this was because I was acting or dumb. So he had to open up like that because, like, there's a way somebody will be, and you will be clocking it, and they will know that even if I say something indirectly, you are going to understand. So I'm not going to understand anything you say indirectly until you come direct. So I was asking very stupid questions and he had to come direct and tell me. When he told me that, I took a mental note. I made sure that I did not disrespect him. I made sure that anytime that he called me, I answered. I made sure that I protected him. I remember one day he called me and my phone was inside, and he had a reputation for doing this stuff. And people said he even had HIV. I don't know, but you know. So he called me on the phone, and my phone was inside on my bed while I was outside. And then one of my roommates, she was my senior in secondary school, and she became my roommate in the university. And then she saw the call, and she saw his name, and she was like, all protective. She was like, "Is this the Mister so 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 that I know?" I said, "No, no, it's not the one," because I had to protect him so that it didn't get out that I was the one that I was telling people that, oh, he came for me. Oh, Christopher, thank you. Shalud, thank you for listening. I appreciate. Yeah. So I told my senior, no, he's not the one. He's not the one. So she was like, I wanted to tell you that man, you cannot play around him. He does this, he does that, he has this, he has that. I was like, okay, notes taken. Well, he's not the one. So I got I got back, and he tormented me until I had to call my dad uh, and ask him to find exit for me because, like I said, it was a private university and the regiment there was very tight. So my dad had to find an exit for me to go home. Like I needed to take a break. Do you know what's funny was that when I was going home, I saw him entering the school gate. He was like, "Where are you going to?" I said, "My mom has called me." Oh." I agreed to go out with him that Friday. And then I called my dad and I asked him to arrange for an exit for me so that I'll go home. Like I wanted to take a break from the whole thing. I didn't tell my dad because you guys, I'm a daddy's girl. Had I told my dad, he would have entered the school, he would have met all the higher people, they would have finished his career, which would have been, and you know that, and that's what I'm saying, that the problem with us in this world is we try to turn a blind eye to these things, because had it been my dad came and made it public, the The higher people would have tried to protect this man because, first of all, I did not have evidence. And then, second of all, is that they will think they're trying to protect a man and his job, notwithstanding the problems he has caused to young girls in the school. So I didn't tell my dad. I just went home and I was so shocked. Like I said, I was just 18. I barely know what I wanted. I was shocked. And I went and I told my mom. But I told my mom because I knew that she won't react. You know what my mom, like, I mean, she just listened. No, my dad is no more, but my mom is around. I just told my mom, she just listened. And I still told her, I don't want you to act upon it, but I just wanted to tell you. She was like, okay. So yeah, she didn't act on it. I stayed at home for a couple of days and then I went back to the school on Monday. So on Monday he couldn't ask me. I was like, okay, if he asks me again during the weekend, I will. But I tried as much as possible to avoid his presence. And anytime that he called me, I made sure that a friend followed me without me telling the friend that this is what's up. So I made sure that a friend followed me. There's one of my friends that followed me that day. He was like, "Do you know what? Go." He told me go. And when I left, she later called me and was like, I wanted to tell you something, but you see that Tess's daughter, you know how she is. That one, her mom was a staff too in the university. They couldn't mess with her. So yeah. So yeah, that was my experience. And that wasn't all. There was another one that asked me to come over. I was the course rep at some point. So he then asked me to come over to his house. This person should be approaching 70. I'm telling you. After he made some this he asked me to come over to his house. I was like, what am I coming over to do, sir? You just come. He was like, just come. So I was like, okay. On my way going, I was just picking my brain. If I get there, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So on my way to his house, I then met a friend at the gate. Some kind of experiences, they are traumatizing. They're not necessary. On my way to his house, I met a friend at the gate. So I was like, do you know what? I'm in trouble. I need you to do this. This is my situation at the moment. I need you to follow me into this man's house. But when we get there, act like you are the happiest to know that he was a visiting lecturer. Act like you are the happiest to know that he's around. And when you saw me coming down the road, because you did not tell me that, oh, we were supposed to have a private meeting, you just say, come, 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 come. You just pressurized me to come without telling me what I was coming for. So I was like, okay, so the thing is, you act like you saw me on my way coming, and I told you I was going to see Mr. So doctor as at that time, now a prof. I said I was coming to see Dr. So, and you were like, wow, Doc is around. I want to see him too. Let it not be like I went and called you on my own accord to accompany me into this place because he made it clear I should come alone. So when we got there, my friend did not even allow me. She was almost hugging him. Oh, Doc, ah, we have missed you. Like we had a cordial relationship with our lecturers. I see. So yeah, these men they can do all these things. They definitely can do. And I don't know why. Like what makes somebody to grow up to be like this? And like I want the whole world to know about my dad. My dad was such a great person. And I would I would just look at him as I would just look at him as I didn't like the way that he moved when it concerned money, like he will literally like remove himself once the money was shady. And so he didn't have much in terms of like liquid money. Oh, he was so rich in life. And I was angry with him. Sometimes I would challenge him over that. But it's funny that I've grown up to have the same values with him. And you see the money part. Now I've removed myself from working environments because anywhere you go, it's either the employer is overusing the workers and paying them less, which leads the workers to engage in some shady activities to get exits. I don't want to be involved in any of that. Like I want to work decent. Do you understand? Like decent, I mean, don't overwork me, pay me, pay me um my worth. I don't want to take your saying behind your back either. Like, but they leave the workers with no option. It's either they slave away or they do that, and I don't want to be any part of that. It's not like I'm holier than thou, but it takes away my peace. Do you understand? And I'm much more at peace not working in such an environment. If I get an opportunity where I will work in, I will not be part of such. I will do it, but you see, as it is now, is more difficult to find a place where there is no such activity than to enter heaven. To enter heaven is easier than to find a place that you can work without the employer overusing the workers and underpaying them and just doing rubbish or where the workers are not stealing from the employer. So I'm like, you know what, remove me. And that's how my dad was like. He was, no, that man. I just, and thank God that every now and then he's being remembered because he was a missionary. Yeah, he was my dad. He was a missionary. He was the greatest father. Like I'm a daddy's girl. So when I see older men, like when I start growing up and I see some of my friends, their dads will go after our age range. I used to feel embarrassed on their behalf. And I will ask, what would have been the relationship with my dad if my dad was like that? And I started being grateful, not just for things that my dad did for me, but in terms of like provision, but how much he stood to respect us, even in his dealings with other people. There was a day that he was shouting at the boy across the street because he came to dump refuse in front of the street, and he was shouting, "Hey, hey, hey!" I was like, "Papa, would you stop shouting? Like, call the boy to come closer, and then you would tell him what it is that you want him to do. Don't be shouting over here." Like he was like he was like, it doesn't concern you. We had a good relationship, so we could talk like that. He was like, it doesn't concern you. It's my shout. I was like, no, it concerns me. Because when people talk, they're not even going to call your name. They'll say, isn't fast dad. So you see how it concerns me. He laughed. He said, okay, ma. So he used to care how what he does affected us. And it's how people, men these days, they have children, they have daughters, and they don't care like the ones I have in my chat here. Like sometimes I wonder if they're human beings. If a woman actually carry them for 9 months and give back to them. Like if they actually had bad days. I feel like that aliens, you know. So yeah, I'm so much grateful. If not for my dad, I would have completely lost hope in men. I would have been like, no, if my dad had been one of all those me, oh my god, I would have lost hope completely. But thank God for him. Like even my mom, do you know that one day my mom came and sat and was saying that when I miss other women and they are gisting about their struggles with their husbands, me, I not used to have anything to say again because my own is always. I say, oh, so you want to struggle so that when you sit with other women, you also have something to say that you are struggling with. My dad was like, it's now that I understand why my dad was treated like a king at home until I probably left home. Exactly. It's called decency. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. And probably, and this is why I used to say it's about humanity. It's not even about one gender over the other, just like you said. It's not even like that. It's not even like that. And like I said, the time, the first point in my life that I learned what wickedness meant was when a woman refused to give me water when I was 5 years old. So it's just, and she gave me the spicy rice to eat. She was the one that gave me the spicy rice to eat, and she refused to give me water. I was shocked. Even as a 5 year old, I was shocked. I'm like, had it been you don't want me to eat the rice, you shouldn't have even given me now. Not to give me spicy rice and refuse to give me water. So what are you saying? Respect is gain. Not that like if you don't know me, you're walking across the road. We are walking across the road, and you decide to say some spiteful things to me. How did I end those spiteful things that you just decided to say out of nowhere? That's just what we are talking about. It's not something you have to know somebody for them to earn the respect before you give to them. Like in general, normal human decency, like decency is not restriction, you know. But it's just like having a sense of why does it matter what someone says? It does matter. It does matter because words are words, they can make or mar. And in fact, no, I don't have to explain to you. You just sit yourself out. Audrey, you are healed. You are healed in Jesus' name. Believe it. You're just one of them, and you should sit yourself out and ask yourself why you have chosen to be. And that's what I'm saying. We are as a people, we're going through this because it's either the good people have refused to hold the bad people accountable. Yeah. Collectively, we are all just losers in this generation, honestly. Collectively. You might think, oh, I got my life straight. I got my life. We are all losers. In the grand scheme of things, we are all losers. That's what you should know. Because what are we like collective? What are we working towards? You see that the good people are turning a blind eye to what the bad people are doing, and the bad people are going on with the things because now I am in a taxi and the guy is refusing to give the girl her change, her balance. And I put my mouth, I'm like, that's not what you asked her. That's not what you asked her for. That's not what you two agreed on. I told him, you agreed you were going to give her 15 year change. So why on dropping are you refusing to give her 15 year? Men, women, everybody was in this taxi and nobody stood up for this girl. And I'm like, you guys, that is not, you all heard how he agreed he was going to give her a 15 year change. Why is it that on dropping he's refusing to give her and everybody's keeping quiet? And that are telling me, mind your business. What stupid business am I to mind? Rosa's sounds coming from mouth. You don't understand what we are talking about. Just chill. We are not just talking about words. Okay. Google was my idea. We are not just talking about words. Like, we're not just talking about words. We're not just talking about you are doing something and somebody's criticized because people are always going to criticize. We're not just talking about that. Oh, you mean longest time. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm also so good. They are much more actually working out like consistently lately. And I'm telling you, I woke up today and everywhere is aching and feeling and it feels so good anyways. So what was my idea? Just chill. Okay? Chill. Chill. So that's why just for instance, you can see for yourself. David, I'm talking about how we are all cooked. And it's funny that other people think they have it together and they have it good going on. But underground came, we are all cooked. This is, and I said, this is a situation where in the Bible back then, God would decide and wipe out a whole generation because it's all messed out. Yumming, no, I haven't in the longest. Because we've we've taken minding we've taken minding our business the other way around. Now somebody's wearing a cloth. The cloth does not have it does not affect me in any way. The style does not affect me in any way. I would mind my business. I don't have to say anything about it. I will mind my business and walk. Do you understand? But instead, that's the one that people choose to put their mouth on. Somebody has a relationship is going on. How does the relationship affect me? It doesn't affect me in any way. It does not affect my neighbor in any way. I am I am going to mind my business. But what are you saying? What are you saying? I understand you would love to contribute to the conversation, but this is not just on your level of IQ, okay? Chill out. How does that feel to you? What I just said, how does it feel to you? Google. That I appreciate that you would like to contribute to the conversation, but it's just not on your level of IQ, and so you should chill out. And that's why you should chill out. Okay? Mm. Oh my god. This girl should have done with the cleaning. Who is not content and fine? Who said something about contentment? Who? Charlotte, do you feel like no? That's what I'm saying, that you don't follow and chill out. Sometimes some of us it takes us a longer period of time to be able to follow. So okay, chill, chill. If you're using a translator, maybe you should type in the right prompt. Charlotte, I'm giving a chance to explain. Ex- you see, I thought as much. There's something wrong with this person. He said, "Why are you inside?" online by yourself, for instance. I knew it. Something was wrong with this dude. Okay, now I get it. Why was I even engaging him? Let me put him in timeout. He should sort his mental issues out. Jeez, I never even knew. He should sort his mental issues out. It's distracting. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, he should sort his mental issues out. I'm not in the headspace to deal with that now. And respectfully, go sit yourself out. Mm, 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 mm. So, hey, you mean I don't have the strength? You see me? I'm just chilling out. I'm just chilling. When I'm working out, maybe tomorrow I'll work out in the morning because, yeah, most like is 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 it's like a 1% chance to actually find someone on my live stream, that is following, you know. But so I'm used to it. But lately I've been building a community, I was at first I didn't like it that mostly is guys that came to my live stream. I was like, no, this is not what I wanted. But I'm like, but this is what I have. So yeah, so most of them started being disrespectful and all of that. It was discouraging at first because, no, that's not what I wanted. And then I started clocking it for the disrespectful ones, and it was helpful. And thank God for the timeout button. I will put them in timeout, and the rest would learn and all of that. So yeah, it's been great. It's been great so far. I love most of the interactions here. I appreciate them because, like I was saying, people no longer talk these days. Mm-mm. Okay, as I graduated from the university, what kind of work I can do with the um. So when I graduated, I was I read food science and technology. Okay, but while I was when I graduated, I went for my masters, and during my masters, I was working in customer service. So, but for food science and technology, I can work in food industries as that's the the most common, either in research and development department, like to develop new products, or in quality assurance, right? Yeah, those are the things. And also, like, even in the federal, this thing to ensure quality of stuff imported, and even in the drug. um oh yeah, so but I never worked there until when I graduated. When I was done with my masters, I worked in a food company, bakery, eatery. I worked as the supervisor from in that's the thing with me. I worked a year and I got promotion to supervisor level, and The owner was doing like he wanted me to get to manager, but I didn't like this thing, so I resigned. That was the last step. But I also worked in an art gallery. Yeah, an art gallery. So I've not been career, I just pretty much do anything that will. Now I'm not focused on career chasing. So when I was doing my masters, I thought maybe I will go ahead and do PhD in lecture, but I found out again that the conventional school environment is not something for me. It will frustrate me. So I aborted that mission too. So after the masters, I did not do the PhD again. It's been 4 years since then. Yeah. So yeah, had I enrolled for a PhD, I should have been done by now to get, because a PhD takes at most four. It can take beyond 4 years. Did you understand? But at least three and a half. Yeah, at least three and a half if you're super fast. Rosemary, I still using Rosemary's phone. Oh, this is yours today. Oh, you said this was the burner account. I remember. I remember. Is it expensive? It's quite expensive. It's but not too expensive. Education is not actually too expensive over here. It's not. As it is in other countries, you get. It's not too expensive. Over here, what is expensive over here is medical care. And um thank you. I don't know. If it's something that I feel is haven't with all the school and all the da 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 da. I've not felt like I've done something that is much aligning to my purpose yet. So all the stuff they don't feel like nothing. But once in a while I use it when somebody is looking at me and feeling like they can talk shit to me because they go, yeah, because they have a degree, so they can talk shit to me. I like them to know, but even that I've stopped even trying to when I was younger. When I was younger, I would use it to prove a point, but now I'm done with that shit as well. I'm just, Ogochukwu, Franklin, what do you want? What do I want in terms of what? What are you asking? What I'm saying now that all of that stuff doesn't align with my purpose. Is that what you're asking? I feel like it. I feel like it. You understand? It can be. And there is no way that it will be out of me moving forward now. I must incorporate it in my moving forward, whatever the journey. Is basically going to be the base of the iceberg. When I finally come out on top and it's looking like all of a sudden, those are the that's going to be like the foundation of it all. It's not going where on which the tip of the iceberg is going to stand. Do you understand? Okay, Ugochi retracted his comment. Guess he didn't know what he was asking, or he want to reframe it, or I don't know. Thank God that I actually gathered the momentum to stream now because oh, do you need money? I feel like somebody that wants to ask to give me money will not ask me this. I don't know.